bring that up because also in the news, Irv Gotti did Drink Champs. He's on a media run because he's trying to get as much attention as possible because the documentary on Murder Inc. is on BT. But he running around doing some real like just kind of goofball shit that we don't really like. It's looking a little sketchy to us, man.
All that shit, what it is, man. Nasty nigga behavior.
Yeah.
Like,
But the funny part is, he's always been like that. It's just that.
Yeah.
I
50
agree.
was right. 50 Cent was right. Just want to put that out. He said he tried to save us from these niggas.
Well, here. Let's clean it up here. We know that Irv has always been like this, but the thing is, Irv is extremely entertaining. He had a show on VH1 called Gotti's Way. I was watching that. I was like, nigga, what the like?
Charismatic.
He's married or separated. He has a separate apartment. His wife knows that he be smashing these hoes. And he's like, oh, let me come in and I'm gonna meet my children, and I'm gonna be like, Deb, you know how I get down, but
that's all like
I didn't feel like I do it. Like this nigga this is how he acts. He is a
rolling
nut.
off of the bean is what
for sure. But
wow,
the problem is you just. Okay, well, let me start with my problem, and I'll go into this whole Drink Champs interview was a very entertaining, 2+ hours of content with Irv Gotti and Ja Rule sitting with Drink Champs, Nori, and DJ EFN, and discussing, life.
Yeah.
My issue. There was almost like a premeditated move by Irv to let the people know that, number one, if you didn't know, as a casual fan, I didn't know, he was fucking Ashanti.
What?
I had no idea.
No one knows what it means, but it's provocative.
Well, you know what that shit means.
You gotta bang, bang, bang.
But no
wonder
like
he didn't want to give up the Masters.
I mean, that felt like the agenda there because they wasn't even really talking about her, and he would always find a way to bring her up.
Hey, by the way, y'all know it's Master Shanti.
No, he's like, yeah, and then that's what really hurt me when they're talking to Ashanti. It was like she just said no, and she can't do this no more. And you think I'm gonna give you your Masters? Like, after we made this song, after we finished having sex, baby, I love you. I was like, what is this nigga talking about? I was like, this feels wrong. And the whole
this
time,
song was inspired by that one time,
literally. And the whole time, Ja Rule's sitting there, like, hey, yo, Gotti, it's crazy. I didn't even know this either. Where am I to make sense of all?
Where am I to make sense of all?
It was absurd. But again, they're drinking and they smoking and they're enjoying themselves. And I love hearing old school stories about the industry and people. But at some point, you gotta kind of class it up, especially as a man. Maybe some women tend to do that, and especially most of these women are people who don't have a prolific career. Irv Gotti, there's no reason as a man that you have this prolific career and you just I gotta mention that I had sex with Ashanti. Me and her was in a relationship, guys, even though I was married. And I found out God, dog, we don't care. So that was, to me, that was super nasty behavior. Number one, as a fan of Ashanti and the Murder Inc. Whole conglomerate at the time, I didn't know that shit, and I would have been fine going to my grave never knowing that
right.
Irv Gotti and Ashanti ever had anything going. Number two, Irv is 50 years old now. This relationship was 20 years ago, so Ashanti was 19, 20 when he was in his 30s.
And he bragging about that shit like they don't it makes you look cool, but we looking at you like, nigga, you a weirdo.
I mean, I get it then, even. even then, I'm like, okay, cool. I guess that's your artist. Maybe y'all fell for each other.
Nah,
whatever.
Sorry, bro. We know the music.
I know. I'm shooting them. I'm shooting them
sorry,
a little bit
got
of
me
bad.
riled up. Nah, fuck him. Got me riled up.
But
sorry, bro. We know how the music industry works.
I know because what states this even furthermore is because longer into that interview, he goes to state, "Oh yeah, I'm not even on Ashanti like that." He's like, "Cause shit, I done had plenty of girls, and I got more girls. My girls be like, they bad in their 20s." And I'm like, you claiming you're so excited about getting chicks in their 20s, and you're 50 now. It's like, but you also just got like a $230,000, $300,000, $300 million deal. It's like that doesn't prove anything. Like,
right. You just a dweeb with money.
Right. So like, yeah, you gonna get the fuck
bitch ass nigga.